just need to control your emotions to be successful with it in your fitness, be successful with your business, be successful within your life. You have to be selfish to be selfless. You take your foot off the gas, what happens? This is how I was fat as a child. And this is a very strange podcast to talk about, but what I'm going to go into is when I was like 12, 13, I had an issue in terms that caused me to gain a lot of weight. And this is something for anyone who has children right now, it's worth you listening to. So the thing that actually caused me to gain a lot of weight is this. I wouldn't drink water. What I do is I drink orange juice. And I fucking loved orange juice. I used to drink the Tesco concentrated cartons, the like blue ones. I can still remember them now. My mum used to keep them in the garage. Now, the reality is when you're doing that is you're causing two things. A, I had a shitload of vitamin C, so I wasn't deficient in that. But B, there was a shitload of sugar in terms of orange juice. So that's going to cause a lot of weight gain and also a lot of sugar in terms of a lot of decay of your teeth. So for anyone with children, one of the most important things you need to understand is getting them to actually like water and actually make sure they keep well hydrated. One of the good things you could actually do is add electrolytes into the drinks that they have, because electrolyte deficiency is one of the big things that's going to stop children concentrating, also have diminishing returns in terms of performance if they play sports. Now, what I would say with this is one of the ways that people don't understand the hidden calories that are in foods. It's like one of the easiest things you can do is if you eat an extra 150 calories a day, or drink, from having something like a flat white from Starbucks, over a year, if that was 150 calories over your calorie maintenance, that would equate to around 15 to 16 pounds of body fat you would gain from one flat white a day, 150 calories over your allowance. Now, when you start to think like that, it's not about being fearful of calories, but it's about understanding basic maths and how your recurring habits are going to do one to two things. They're either going to take you towards the way you want to look, the way you want to feel, or they're going to take you away from them. So the most important thing you can do right now, if you're in a situation where you're not happy with the way you look, you're not happy with the results you're getting, is do this. Look at everything you do on a day-to-day basis. Write down everything you eat, everything you drink, how many steps you do you do any activity, and you'll find the fucking answers. Because the reality is this isn't complex. The reality is what happens is you're doing this. You're using the self-licensing effect. And the self-licensing effect is this. So for example, I went and trained legs this morning and I crushed it, and I go out for tonight and I eat shitloads of extra food. Why? Because I justify and I license to myself that I trained really hard this morning. Now, what happens tomorrow is this. I then wake up and I've eaten too much, so I do even more exercise to try and self-license my way out of it. And that starts to hamper the wheel off again. Same thing can happen in terms of money and all types of different relationships in terms of work and other things. And the more you understand human psychology and the way this works, the more this applies to every area in life. So if you think about it, even if you run a business right now, you might be crushing it for the first 2 weeks of the month. You then know you're well ahead of where you need to be. You take your foot off the gas, what happens? Your business slows down. Because the reality of what happens in that point is you're actually slowing yourself down using the self-licensing effect of, oh, I don't need to get up as early tomorrow. Like, I'm well far ahead. I don't really need to do anything. We're doing really well. And guess what happens? You fall fucking flat on your face. So the reality is you just need to control your emotions to be successful with it in your fitness, be successful with your business, be successful within your life. And when it comes to managing what you eat and what you drink, just read the labels and use critical thinking, whether that's with your children, whether it's with yourself, or whether whoever that's with. Those small things stack up, and the compound effect of doing the wrong thing every day can take you a long way in the direction. Like myself as a child, when I wouldn't drink water and I drink orange juice. The actual interesting answer for you, if you were listening to what I did to get out of that, is I started drinking Robinson's sugar-free squash. I then drank a fucking lot of that. And now, to be fair, I only like water if it's very cold, and I only like water with electrolytes and aminos and stuff like that all the time. So I don't like shitty, warm, wet water, which is actually interesting now living in Dubai because everyone likes room temperature warm water, which is fucking weird to me. So the more you understand this, the easier you can set yourself up for success. And the other things I'll say in terms of looking for hidden calories in foods is looking at the sources you consume. So one of the reasons you'll see a lot of people say from like Southern Asia, like India, Pakistan, tend to have higher body fat percentages because they have a very high carb, high fat diet, generally lower protein. They have higher fat diets because of the oils and the sauces they tend to use in the food, which promotes fat storage and also causes a lot of digestive issues. So being aware of what you're eating and why and the calories in it is a huge thing. And particularly you have children, because it's your responsibility to set them up in the right environment for them to have a successful life. And that's going to come down to the habits that they pick up from you, because who do your children learn everything from? You, because they watch how you eat, how you interact, what you do on a daily basis, and they'll start to mirror you as the parents. So the better you can be, the better your children will be. So my final piece of advice for you for going into 2024 is the reason for you to get in shape is not for yourself. You have to be selfish to be selfless and make yourself the greatest version of yourself so you can lift the other people up around you. And that's why I'd like to invite you to join CJ Coaching if you haven't already. If you want help getting the best shape possible and you don't know how, hit the link below this podcast and find out exactly how we can help you. We'll go through a full discovery call in terms of where you are now, where you want to go, and exactly how we can help you. And if you found this episode helpful and insightful, smash the like button, don't drink too much orange juice, and subscribe to the channel.